Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the Hopkinton High School Athletic Fields Complex for Hopkinton Hillers Varsity Baseball on HCAM. As today, the 1-0 Hopkinton Hillers take on 1-1 Norwood. Tom Nappy alongside Larry Sacklat on the call, John Ritz on camera, and it is a bit of a breezy day, 56 degrees, clouds in the sky. We're hoping the rain holds off and we're able to get this game in. It's expected to come at around 7 p.m., so we're optimistic that we'll get this game in. But Larry, welcome back. Glad to have you back for
Tom,
baseball.
it's fabulous to be here with you. Fabulous.
Absolutely. Well, let's take a look at the Norwood lineup. Starting things off is going to be the center fielder, number 24, George Tolman. The second baseman, number 10, Sean Dittmeyer, is going to bat second. Kevin Broderick, the left fielder, hitting third. John Demare, the pitcher, hitting cleanup. Sean Quinn, the DH, hitting fifth. Jack Cropper, the shortstop, hitting sixth. Justin Skihill, the third baseman, hitting seventh. Brian Mateer, the right fielder, hitting eighth. Miles Kidd, the catcher, hitting ninth. And Shane Delamere is the second baseman and the flex out of the lineup for Norwood. And now with the Hopkinton defense, here is Larry Sacklat.
For the first time this year, over at third base is Captain Andrew, long gone. At shortstop, Captain Nick Paharic. At second base, Frank Opatasano. First base, Charlie Simulus. Left to right, Joe Carazza, Charlie Petruni, Connor Hallenbeck. Johnny Waters is on the hill today, being caught by Captain Dylan Locke, soon of Bowdoin College.
And there you have it, the Hiller defense, and certainly some good power in this Hillers lineup this season. As we saw in that game against Westwood, a nice win to start off the season. They took down Westwood Wolverines last week and got a bit scary at the end there, but they were able to hang on for the 5-4 win.
Yeah, it was a little scary. I was at home watching the game. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I wasn't feeling well, but I had my comforter pulled over my head. It was frightening.
It certainly was. The Hillers ended up scoring 2 runs in the second inning of that game, added 3 in the fourth. It was a 5-1 game at the time until Westwood plated 3 runs in the top of the seventh, but the Hillers just able to hang on and grab the victory and start off the season in the win column.
We got some brains out here, Tom. I mean, Andrew Gaughan's brother was a captain, if you recall, many years back, many years. He's going to Rensselaer Polytechnical Institute out in Schenectady. And you got to have some good brain power to get into that school. Nick Paharic is going to Assumption. As I mentioned, Dylan Locke is going to be meeting up with former captains Stevie Simos and Ben McKenzie up at Bowdoin. And there's Andrew Gaughan's grandparents coming down, as they always do, for the last 15 years.
And Larry, we got to mention, we got some unfortunate news. Vinny Perper out for the rest of the season.
That is worse than a Ronnie Seamus injury of last year. At least he could run and hit. And that is a tough break for the big 6'8" right-hander who was going to be Hopkins' number 1, according to Coach Simos, when we had our preseason consult, if you will. He had a good basketball season, though.
Certainly did.
He will be going to, I think, Bryant College. Well, he'll be redshirted because he had a little procedure, so he probably will not start next year, but who knows?
So right now you're looking at really the new Hiller ace out there, John Waters, and certainly not a bad ace to have, but
good velocity, decent slider.
And then you'll have Andrew Gaughan and Franco Batisano can pitch as well, and Charlie Simulus is
Mike
listed
Burney.
as a pitcher. Mike Burney, who
Yeah.
was good in relief last season.
Oh,
So
yeah.
they still do have some good pitchers, but certainly without Josh Fisher and Vinny Purpura this year, it hurts a little for the Hillers, but I think they'll be okay.
Yeah, if you read the papers like I do, Coach Simos did say that Josh Fisher was the best pitcher that ever came through Hopkinton High. You can Google it for the article. I think it was the Patriot Ledger, maybe.
That is a big compliment.
Yeah, I think the Hillers beat Norwood on their way to the state championship finals, I think, or towards the end of last year. Correct me if I'm wrong.
They did. They won both regular season meetings last year. As stepping in is George Tobin, and we are set for the first pitch of the game. Wind up and the pitch, and it's in there for a strike. In the first game of the season for Norwood, they took down Ashland 5-0 back on April 7th, and on April 11th, they lost to Westwood 7-3. That pitch down low, 1-1.
Was it Norwood that came in here, or Hopkinton had to beat Norwood to get a higher seed towards the end of last year? Did they play him 3 times?
We'll have to open up the history books. A
okay,
swing and a miss.
You open up the YouTube book then.
1-2 the count.
Tolman laid off that pitch.
And this is right back up the middle. Waters gloves it, throws the first, not a problem. 1-3 for out number 1. And that'll bring up Sean Dittmeyer, the first baseman. Now, last year, towards the end of the season, the Hillers defeated North Quincy, Dighton Rehoboth, North Attleboro, and Milton, leading to the state championship against St. Mary's.
Yeah, you were at the beach for the Milton game. I know all about that.
Well, that's why they didn't win.
No, they did win. 2-0. I was there. It was 100-degree heat. The ball. That was brutal.
In the state championship, they did
No,
not.
no, it was right here at St. Mary's. But the Milton game was brutal.
1-0. In there for a strike.
Ooh-ha. Right over the top pitches out of the full windup. I'm not a real big fan of pitching out of the full windup, but really doesn't matter what I think.
Leg lift and the pitch. A little high, says the umpire. 2-1. Sean Dittmeyer, a multi-sport athlete for Norwood. Also a hockey player.
Was he playing badminton? What other multi-sport?
Leg lift and the pitch. Hockey.
Okay.
Fouled away.
That was close.
2-2.
Turf fields, you got to be careful. Always got to guard against the bunt. Andrew Gahn moves back. 2 strikes. I understand Vinny Purpura got hurt on the slide. It is a swing and a miss, strike 3.
2 away. That'll bring up Kevin Broderick, the left fielder. Yeah, I believe it was during practice he got hurt on a slide. Waters set to deliver. There's a strike.
The viewers at home, you will get an idea if the catcher reaches over what side of the plate it might be.
And this is up the middle, glove by the second baseman, throw to first, and it's not in time, just a little bit late by Opadesano. So Broderick reaches on the infield single. That was a nice play.
Opadesano really laid out for that one. Fumbled around in his glove for a little bit, but I thought he had him.
John Demare, the pitcher at the plate. 1 on, 2 outs.
Big boy, this Demare.
There's a strike.
But if they did any scouting, on Locke, he's got a cannon for an arm, so I don't think they'll be running much. Good blocker.
Slight lead by the runner. Little in there for strike two. Grabs
Nice
the inner
yacker.
corner.
It was a nice yacker, I thought. That's his slider.
And a swing and a miss, and that'll wrap up the top half of the first. We are scoreless as we head to the bottom of the first on HCAM. We are just about set for the bottom of the first. The Hopkinton Hillers coming up to the plate. Let's take a look at the lineup. Leading things off is the shortstop, Nick Paharic, batting second, the catcher, Dylan Locke. Scott Pagliuca, the DH, hitting third. John Waters, the pitcher, hitting cleanup. Charlie Petruni, the center fielder, batting fifth. Joe Carrazza, the left fielder, batting sixth. Andrew Gahn, the third baseman, hitting seventh. Charlie Simulus, the first baseman, hitting eighth. And Connor Hellenbeck, the right fielder, hitting ninth for the Hillers. Franco Pedisano is the flex out of the lineup, playing second base. With the Norwood defense, here is Larry Sacklad.
Thanks, Thomas. Playing third base, Justin Scahill. The shortstop, Jack Cropper. Shane DeMare playing second base. Sean Dittmeyer over there at first base, the big lefty. Left to right, Kevin Broderick, George Tolman, Brian Mayer over in right field. John DeMare on the hill, caught by Miles Captain Kidd. It's his real middle name, Tom.
I like it.
You know what I'm going to do for dinner tonight? I'm going to go up to the center of town. I hear there's a pizza place up there, and I haven't been up there since 2020 COVID time.
Well, there you go. Nick Paharic set to step in. We'd like to welcome all the viewers out in Norwood and, of course, Hopkinton.
Yeah.
And we have a pretty good following in Norwood, I'm told, Larry.
Oh, big following. And the state of Maine is, we have former captains Ben McKenzie and Stevie Simons tuning in, I'm sure.
DeMare delivers the first pitch low to Nick Paharic, 1-0.
We got the Floridian Ronnie Seamus enjoying his time at Rollins College. Line drive.
Wow, what a catch by the third baseman, Justin Skehill. A diving catch for out number one. That'll bring up Dylan Locke, the catcher.
That was scalded. Yeah, so he's not having a bad time down there at Rollins College in Orlando. Cam Jarrett doing okay up at Clarkson.
Leg lift and the pitch. Down low.
Connor Kelly, I noticed, got a hit up there at UMass Lowell.
Deals. This is hit up the left side. That'll drop in for a base hit. A one-out single for Dylan Locke. And that'll bring up Scott Pagliuca, the DH.
My favorite player. You can't abandon your favorite player just because he gets, a year older.
DeMare takes a look at first and is set to deal. A little outside, 1-0.
Decent slide step on DeMara. Gets to the plate kind of quick.
Slight lead by Locke. Outside there, 2-0. Well, the Hillers hitters really made the Westwood pitching staff work in their first game of the season. I think patience at the plate's going to be key. There's a strike.
Who'd they have? That kid Peebles pitch? Pebbles? Or Feebles or something like that? Big tall kid? Threw a lot of pitches.
Nevels.
Nibbles, Pebbles.
Manuel Nevels,
Peebles.
good pitcher for Westwood. Fouled off into the backstop, 2-2. It is certainly a very competitive TVL this season.
Yeah, I think Pags got the confidence of Coach Simos. He was very clutch last year, hitting in the 3-hole. Call
There's
strike.
a strike. And that is going to be out number 2. Pagliuca goes down by way of the K. That'll bring up John Waters. I think there was a little miscommunication for a bit on which strike it was. Locke continuing to take a slight lead over at first. Demare winds and deals. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Set to deal. Inside. 1-1.
Third baseman for Norwood's not sniffing bunt with the number 4 hitter, Ski Hill, over at third base.
Murray winds and deals. In there for strike 2.
Coach Simos told me pregame that one of their Norwood pitchers has got a commit to Northeastern.
Breaking pitch outside. 2-2.
A little chilly, Tom.
It is. A little breeze today. Some rain expected to hit the area later on, hopefully after this game. That pitch slightly high. That'll fill up the count.
Good take by Waters, laying off that pitch. Those juicy high fastballs are tough to lay off.
Demare looks over at Locke and is set to deal. Swing and a miss, and that'll wrap up the first inning. After 1 inning of play, we are scoreless between the Norwood Mustangs and the Hopkinton Hillers. You are tuned in to Hillers Varsity Baseball on HCAM. Top of the second inning, 5, 6, and 7 due up for Norwood. Sean Quinn, Jack Cropper, and Justin Skihill. Both teams with a hit apiece, and the umpire out on the mound. I think he's checking on the mound to make sure it's staying in place.
This has been a little problematic since they built the turf fields. Problem with home plate staying down and the pitcher's rubber maintaining contact. Well, you know, you spend a couple $1 million. It's all right to have a few mistakes.
Yeah,
I wish
it
they'd
happens.
What's that? I'm sorry.
It happens.
Yeah, I wish they'd put some turf on the field too up there. For anybody that's out there listening, wants to make a contribution.
Waters deals that one up high.
Gone in on the grass at third.
The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Waters already with 2 strikeouts today. He deals. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Coach Simos' scouting report on Waters is dead on. Good fastball.
There's strike 3. 1 away.
No swingy, no hitty. Back to the bench for you.
They'll bring up Jack Cropper, the shortstop.
We'll score that a reverse K for Waters.
Set to deliver. Down low. And Big congratulations to Hiller softball. They got their first win of the season yesterday. 7-4 over Norwood.
Yeah.
It was a very fun game. That pitch down low.
Andrew Gahn, a captain this year. It's unusual to have his older brother a former captain in the 2017 team.
Leg lift and the pitch. In there for a strike. 2
I
and
like
1.
this umpire. I like him.
Some nice expression. Swing and a miss.
Quickly got 2 strikes on him.
Waters able to fight his way back from the 2-0 count. And now ready for the 2-2. Down low.
Thought about it. He thought about it, Tom.
The decisive pitch. And it's a walk. One on, one out. Justin Skihill, the third baseman, to the plate. Skihill had a nice play to start off the bottom of the first.
It's all right.
Able to corral in an absolute rope from Nick Paharic. Here's the 1-0. Foul tip. One and one the count. Slight lead over at first base. The check-in, runner back safe. Hillers will have some afternoon games next week during the school vacation.
Really?
We'll have a 1 p.m. game at home against Ashland next Wednesday.
Oh. Maybe we'll have some of the former Ashland Legion ball club come down.
Very
And
possible.
then again, maybe we might not. We got a doubleheader with Holliston, do we not?
We do. That is
On a Sunday.
Sunday the 24th. 2-1 pitch. There's a ball. Three and one the count.
Third base coach flashing some signals over there to Scahill.
And that is inside, and second straight walk by Waters.
Yeah, you were calling the
Did that go
Westwood
off
game.
his helmet?
There was a lot of bean balls in the Westwood game, wasn't there?
There was.
Sort
There
of
was a good
reminiscent
amount.
of the Dighton-Rehoboth game we did.
They were working
last
out the
year.
early season kinks.
Yeah,
Right?
it was kind of one-sided though.
Well, till the end. Brian Mateo will step in. Brian Mateo, a great football player as well for Norwood.
Well, you know, we may have an international viewer. I can't disclose who it is because that would be classified. From the Republic of Korea.
Ah,
Oh, yeah.
there's a strike.
Nice kid. Great ball player. Great hockey player. Over in the Korean Peninsula.
Checking at second, runner back safe.
Got Mike Burney's grandmother, Sue Fagan, over there in Hudson watching the game. Fortunately, her grandson's not in it.
The 0-1. And this is hit in the air right side and caught by Waters for the out. So it'll be 2 on with 2 outs. That'll bring up Miles Kidd, the catcher.
What did you score, Damare? What did you put in the book?
What, to end the first? Wind up and the pitch. There's a strike.
I understand the Kidd family raises goats in the off season. They have a goat farm.
The 0-1, and this is on the ground up the middle, picked up by Waters. Throw to first, not a problem. 1-3, 4 out number 3. To the bottom of the second we go. We're scoreless on HCAM. Bottom of the second inning, stepping in for the Hillers, the fifth hitter in the lineup, Charlie Petruni. He'll be followed up by Joe Carazza and Andrew Gahn. John Demare pitched a pretty nice first inning. Could have a pitcher's duel on our hands here today between John Demare and John Waters. And this is up the middle, a rocket up the middle, glove by the shortstop, throw to first, and they'll get him. Took an awkward bounce and landed right in the direction of the shortstop. One away, that'll bring up Joe Carazza.
Nice play by Cropper. Jack Cropper. You want to know? I got the skinny where Brian Gaughan is located, former captain.
Oh yeah?
In Atlanta.
There's a bunt foul.
Studying to be a chiropractor. I just had a CT scan with a little nerve root issue. So if he's listening, you gotta give me a little crack, a little arthritis in there.
The 0-1. Fouled away.
Studied biology when he was out there in Ohio. His undergrad work as a goalie. Well, no, his biology was not a goalie for his undergrad work, but nice to see he's doing well. Like all the 2017 kids. Chris Burdick is in New York, former captain.
The 0-2, foul up the right side. Kratz had a great season for Hiller hockey as well, as that pitch is outside. 1-2.
I heard he could skate.
Yes, he can. He can skate rather well.
With a stick in his hand. That's what I hate.
Swing and a miss on a nice breaking pitch.
Should have brought his hockey stick against the bomber there.
2 outs, that'll bring up Andrew Gahn.
The captain.
Demare deals. Breaking pitch outside. 1-0.
Andrew a little bigger than his younger brother. But Dad George, just saw him. He's a pretty tall guy.
2-0 the count. Ooh, that hit him.
Well, that hurt me. Alex Reynolds over at Babson, former captain, former Tri-Valley MVP. He's getting in a little bit of action behind the plate at Babson. Unfortunate he had that Tommy John issue, which got Josh Fisher on the operating table after last season was over. His dad called me yesterday. Let me know about his progress. He's throw over, not in time.
Charlie's...
And he's working with some physical therapists in a training center.
Slight lead at first as Damari set to deal to Charlie Simulus. And this is hit high in the air, right side, and caught for the third out. And we will head to the top of the third. Norwood and Hopkinton scoreless on HCAM.
Back to the top of the order.
Top of the third, top of the order for Norwood. George Tolman, Sean Dittmeyer, and Kevin Broderick due up. John Waters pitching a nice game so far, has 3 strikeouts to his credit. He's given up 1 hit and walked 1, and also hit a batter.
We lost the McIntyre clan, Alyssa McIntyre, Brett McIntyre's mom and dad. Got out of town and bought a place down at Cape Cod.
Ah.
Old Cape Cod, as the song says.
That pitch high and outside.
So Josh Fisher's going to leave Fairfield University, where he redshirted. And it's going to go maybe to Stonehill, maybe to Wheaton, maybe to Northeastern, swing and foul tip at home plate. But his rehab is coming along nicely. Getting close to 90 miles an hour.
Wow. Well, hopefully he'll be playing some AAU ball, perhaps.
No. Maybe he can go down to Hopkinton Little League, throw a game or two.
There's the 1-1. And this is hit up the left side. That'll drop in for a base hit. And that's going to be a leadoff single. That'll bring up Sean Dittmeyer, the first baseman.
Decent crowd down here. We got some people up in the right field bleachers. And you'll notice there's no wall up today. So it's all you can get. You hit it past an outfielder.
Yeah, you might have to chase a couple a pretty long way. That pitch inside, little chin music, 1-0. I think they didn't bring out the wall because of the possibility of rain, in case they had to break down quickly.
No, they know I don't like it. Just don't like the turf field.
And this is hit in the air to center field. That's going to drop in for a hit. The throw to second is going to be off the mark, and it's going to be 2 on with no outs.
Oh, that's heads up by Locke.
That was a good job by Waters getting to it and not allowing any advancement. That'll bring up Kevin Broderick.
They had that issue in the St. Mary's game where the fundamentals went a little asleep there towards the end of the game, where proper backups were not performed. Dylan Locke saved a base. Oh, come on. There
There's
we
a
go.
strike.
All right, be patient, Larry. He was going to call it a strike.
Waters looks at second and deals. Fouled off. 0-2.
Zach Sasitsky, one of the captains from years gone by, is going to graduate Georgetown in a few weeks.
A little outside there. 1-2. Hillers led by head coach Steve Simos, of course. Norwood led by head coach Kevin Igo.
Well,
Did a
you've
great
got to
job
say,
with this Norwood program.
you got to say Hall of Fame coach Steve Simos.
That's true.
Who was
That's
inducted
very true.
into the Massachusetts Baseball Association Hall of Fame.
Very much deserved.
Yeah, they had a good crowd for him, he told me. 9 tables full of Hopkintonians. I'm sure he gave a fabulous speech. Massachusetts Baseball
Swing and a miss.
Coaches
1 away.
Association. Over 200 victories. Well over 200 victories.
Hopefully another 200 coming our way.
Yeah.
John Damari, the pitcher and cleanup hitter, will step in. 2 on, 1 out. Runners on first and second. And he gets a piece of this one up the middle. Glove by the second baseman, flips to the short for 1. Throw to first in time. 4-6-3 they go for the inning-ending double play. We will head to the bottom of the third on HCAM. Bottom of the third inning, 9-1 and 2 due up for the Hailers. Connor Hellenbeck steps in for the first time today. He'll be followed up by Nick Baharic and Dylan Locke.
Tommy Leone saw some action over at Tufts.
Tamari deals. That's fouled away. Look out, cars.
He'll be leaving Medford in a few weeks. Or Meffa, as they call it over there.
The 0-1. Bunt pulled back. That's a ball. 1-1.
Ski Hill now is going to stay on the cut of the infield.
Down low. 2-1.
Damara just cruising along.
Leg lift and the pitch. And this is up the middle. That's going to trickle into center field for a base hit.
As I was saying, just cruising along.
So Connor Hellenbeck is aboard. Nick Baharic to the plate.
Lineup rolls over. Mr. Assumption.
Damari deals, and this is going to take a couple hops up the left side. Glove by the third baseman, throw to first, and they will get him. Up to second goes Hellenbeck.
You know what happened there in that one? Since last year, he lost that little paintbrush on his chin there, that little beard he tried to grow there last year in the playoffs. It's like Samson, he lost his strength. That was a weak little dribbler down at third base. Very, very weak.
Dylan Locke steps in. Outside. 1-0.
A little dangerous. Not even straying too far off second base, but do they have the book on Locke? He has got probably the best power on this ball club.
Wind up and the pitch. Outside.
The St. Mark's transfer. You knew he came from St. Mark's, right? He was a little fined for Coach Simos last year.
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
Slight lead at second base, the 2-0. Down low.
Took a long time to get to the plate. I thought Dylan was going to step out, but going to have a little conversation between Captain Kidd and Damare.
Connor Hallenbeck, the junior, at second base. He'll certainly be a player to watch this season.
So what do you think of the Celtics? How are they going to do against the Nets and Kyrie?
I got the Celtics taking it, but I do think it's going to be a tough series.
Oh.
I'd say 7. And there's a strike.
An in-between swing, Dylan. You saying 7?
Yep. What do you say?
I don't say anything.
Murray shakes off the first sign and now is set to deal. Fouled away.
You were all over the dial this winter. Hockey, basketball, volleyball. Yes, did you do any volleyball?
I did not.
Oh, all right.
Basketball and hockey for me this past winter. All right, takes a long look at second and deals. Swing and a miss, and there's a strikeout.
That was a pretty nice changeup.
Bring up Scott Pagliuca. Runner on second, 2 outs. Lefty steps in and awaits the pitch. There's a strike.
Cooper and Del Mare playing a little cat and mouse with the runner at second base.
All right, looks at second and deals, and this is hit up the right side. Glove by the first baseman. He'll run it over for the 3 unassisted out, and we will head to the top of the 4th. We are scoreless on HCAM. Top of the 4th inning, 5, 6, and 7 due up for Norwood. Sean Quinn, Jack Cropper, and Justin Skihill.
Little congratulations to Coach John Zach. His youngest son Griffin graduating from Notre Dame, his alum. Yes, you didn't know John Zach was a Notre Dame alumni.
I did not.
Oh.
They have some pretty good sports programs up there.
Yeah, all right. I don't like the gold helmets, though.
That pitch is in there for a strike. Grabs the outer corner.
They had a guy in Montana played up there, didn't he? Football? Joe, I think his first name was.
Swing and a miss.
Big cut. Wasn't cheated on that one.
Well, I know he wasn't as good as Tom Brady.
Yeah, well, Brady went to Michigan.
The 0-2.
You know that.
Of course. Swing and a miss.
Well, went down for that one, got nothing.
Out number 1. That'll bring up Jack Cropper.
That's right. Brady was drafted 199th in the 2000 draft. You knew that, didn't you?
I did.
6th round, I think.
That is correct.
Yeah, he's still playing.
He's unbelievable. He's a machine. Glad he's going to be back. That pitch outside, 1-0. John Waters, 5 strikeouts so far today.
Yeah. Not much offensive action, or as they say in Canada, offense. Not much offensive action.
That pitch just misses inside. 1-1. Good old-fashioned pitcher's duel. Set to deal. There's a strike.
This umpire gets a 9.5. That's a Larry Sacklad rating.
Time called. Cropper steps back in and is ready to go. Just low, 2-2.
Dylan Locke tried to bring that pitch up, but the umpire wasn't going to buy what he was trying to sell, so didn't get the call strike.
Set to deal. Hit in the air, right side, going foul, and it goes off the fence.
Did you have any windshield jobs the other night?
Oh, yes. Against Westwood, there was quite a few. I think there was at least 3 or 4 people that had to call their insurance companies.
All right. Too bad Giant Glass is out of business.
And this is right back to Waters. He gloves it, throw to first. Not a problem. 1-3 for out number 2.
He's been busy. He's had 3, he had a couple of ground outs and pop fly.
Yeah, that's his the 4th defensive play he had to make. That'll bring up Justin Skihill, the 3rd baseman.
It's always good when you can field your position. That's a pitcher.
A little outside there, 1-0. They lift and the pitch. And this is hit hard into right field. That'll get in for a 2-out single.
Thought about gonna make a dive on that, but decided to pull up.
Third hit of the game for Norwood. That'll bring up Brian Mateer, the right fielder. He flew out in his only plate appearance back in the second inning.
Norwood manager having a little convo with the home plate umpire. I don't know what about. Got a pinch runner. That's
Indeed.
what the convo was about. How's your eyesight?
Not very good.
Okay.
As soon as we get a number, we'll let you know who it is. That is Ryan Kelly, number 14, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Nice Italian kid.
There's a strike.
Number 14 for Norwood.
They had some nice restaurants in Norwood. Right in downtown.
Yeah, it's a nice town over there. Kelly takes off, and he is going to steal. Locke couldn't get the throw off.
Yeah. Didn't get a handle on it. Wasn't a good pitch to throw a runner out on.
So stolen base for Ryan Kelly, the pinch runner. The 2-1. Up high. Waters working from the stretch. Swing and a miss. That'll fill up the count.
Been a mistake-free game. So far.
He deals. And this is going to take a couple hops up the left side. Glove by the third baseman. Throw to first. It's a beauty. 5-3. 4 out, number 3. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth. Norwood Hopkinton remains scoreless on HCAM. John Waters, the pitcher, stepping in to face John DeMare, who's thrown a good game so far for Norwood. It's been an absolute pitcher's duel between John Waters and John DeMare. And now you have pitcher versus pitcher. Set for the 1-0. And this one's fouled away. Look out, cars. And unfortunately, it didn't hit anything.
Look over in the crowd there in between those people. There's one former captain, Josh Fisher.
Ah.
Did a second workout today. He's at 50%. Curve ball outside. I said, if you're at 50%, what are you throwing, 30 miles an hour? He said, no, 32.
I'm sure he could throw a lot faster than I can, even at 50%. And there's a strike, 2-2.
Looked like he was heading back to the bench.
Thought he struck out. Down low, that'll fill up the count. Wind up and the pitch. And it is low. Waters draws the walk.
DeMare did Didn't like the call, but really doesn't matter. It's the man in blue.
I thought it was a good call. I like this umpire strike zone. I think he's right on the money. Charlie Petruni will step in. It looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter for the Hillers.
I like when we get the home cooking and Mike Whalen, though.
Oh,
That's always
Mike
nice.
Whalen calls fairly no matter who's playing.
No.
Jack Lang is going to pinch run.
He's a speed merchant. That's what my notes say.
And backup catcher for the Hillers. So he'll pinch run for Waters.
Give him a little breather from his mound duties.
Well, you wouldn't want him to get hurt if he had to slide.
No.
Runner taking off, and this is caught by the first baseman, and he is going to double him up. 2 away.
Coach Simos always aggressive. He's laughing over there.
I'll bring up Joe Carrazza. 0 for 1 so far today. Struck out in the second inning.
His position is solid, Carrazza. He's not skating on thin ice with the coach.
Is hit high into foul territory. Look out, cars. And fortunately, it avoids him. Certainly got to be careful where you park at these games.
Yeah, I don't need that. I've got Monday. You got to remind me. I've got a windshield replacement company coming over.
Oh, there you go.
Windshield busted twice in 3 weeks.
Well, you had a lot of baseball games.
No, just sitting there minding its own business. Just cracked.
1-1 the count. There's a ball.
I know you're concerned about my health, so tomorrow night at 7:30, be there, Walgreens, Framingham, for my second booster. Oh, it's so nice to be without a mask, though, eh?
Absolutely. 2-1. There's a strike.
Borderline. Because you didn't look too good with a mask on. I'm just saying. Now that I can see you. Not pretty sight.
The 2-2. I actually preferred you with a mask on.
Yeah.
That'll fill up the count.
Halloween every day during COVID. I was talking to my dad the other day. He's 91 years old. I said, Dad, did you ever think in your life you would see people walking around with blue masks on everywhere you went? He goes, nope, I wasn't around in 1918.
Crazy stuff. That's fouled away.
That's near.
On the backstop.
Almost got that gray Volvo.
Good battle going on between John DeMare and Joe Carrazza.
Looks like he's going to snap one off.
Gets a piece of this, and this is fouled off.
Sometimes you can get an idea whether a breaking pitch is coming if the pitcher tilts his glove towards third base because he's trying to get a good grip on the pitch. And if he's vertical with his glove, it's a fastball. Sometimes those third base coaches can steal a sign.
Hit in the air left side, and it is going to be a fair ball. Carrazza heading over to second. He'll slide in safely, and that is going to be a 2-out double. And that will bring up Andrew Gahn. That just stayed fair.
It did, but it was smoked. Got out there in a hurry.
Good piece of hitting by Carrazza. Murray takes a look at second and deals. There's a strike.
Wonder if Big Brother Brian's tuning in from the ATL. Watching Andrew. He had a big bomb the other night to center field.
The 0-1. And this is hit high in the air, right side, and it is caught. For the third out, just able to hang on was Brian Mateer. And we will head to the top of the fifth. We are scoreless between Norwood and Hopkinton on HCAM. Top of the fifth inning, due up for Norwood, 9-1 and 2. Miles Kidd to step in, followed up by George Tolman and Sean Dittmeyer. Face John Waters.
If you're looking for a hot dog up in Hopkinton behind CVS, you won't find any until Cinco de Mayo, I understand. Little rumor has it.
A little cold right now for that.
I'd love a dog right now.
Leg lift and the pitch.
Ooh.
He hit him. Or did he?
No.
Ooh, got the bat. So it tipped off the bat and got a piece of the hitter.
It was non-intentional. Wasn't thrown at him in a 0-0 game.
Kidd grounded out back in the second inning. The 0-1. Fouled off.
A little out of the strike zone. Speaking of Josh Fisher's dad yesterday, as I mentioned, they moved out of town, moved down to Plymouth to be near the Mayflower. They're descendants of the Pilgrims, the Fisher family.
Down low.
But you knew that, right?
Sure. Whatever you say, Larry.
But she's sitting on that rock right now watching the game.
Thought about it, and it's a strike. 2-2. Swing and a miss. The throw up to first. Not a problem. One away.
Yeah, I gotta say, Coach Simos has had an embarrassment of riches as far as catchers are concerned. You had Alex Reynolds and Stevie Simos and now Dylan Locke.
George Tolman steps in, leadoff hitter, fouls that one away.
Good 7-8 years with good backstops.
Yes, and it's certainly made a very positive difference for the Hillers in a lot of these close games. There's a strike.
Waters is just dealing today. No warm-up activity for either club,
Well,
as it should be.
Keep that arm warm, so he's dealing those fastballs, and it's working well so far. 1-2.
Looks like Hopkinton finally got the cobwebs off the cash and got the visiting team of pitchers, bullpen pitchers, mound.
Swing and a miss. Got away from Locke. He'll throw up to first. Not a problem. Two
Score
up,
that
2 down.
2-3. K,
Yep.
2-3.
That's his 7th strikeout of the game. That'll bring up Sean Dittmeyer.
I guess Bellingham has a real flamethrower when we see them. Hopefully it'll be a home game.
Wind up and the pitch. There's a strike. Dittmeyer 1 for 2. He struck out and singled.
You know what Hopkinton needs? It's a good barbecue place. Just missed. Right?
Well, maybe you should open one.
If Medway has one, Hopkinton should have one. My opinion, anyway. But I'm going for that well-done bacon pizza after the game.
And this is up the left side. Glove by the shortstop. Throw to first. Not a problem. 6-3. 4 out, number 3. To the bottom of the 5th we go. We are scoreless on HCAM. Bottom of the 5th inning. 8-9-1 due up. Charlie Simulus, Connor Hallenbeck, and Nick Paharik.
Well, did you let the fans know that April 29th there'll be a game at Fenway Park
That is
between
correct.
Medfield and Hopkinton? But you didn't know that, did you?
I did.
Are we going to televise that?
We'll have to see. Wind up and the pitch. Down low.
We do have the qualifications and the credentials.
I'll get back to you.
Okay.
Set to deliver. And this is hit in the air, right side, and foul.
Come on, Charlie.
Damari delivers, and this is ripped up the right side foul.
Good idea, though. Good idea.
Mike Burney getting loose for the Hillers.
Yeah, he is. And his grandma, Miss Fagan, out there in Hudson. You'll be excited to hear that. Grandma Sue.
Damari delivers. Outside.
Good eye. Both pitchers very, very efficient this afternoon.
Damari deals outside, and the walk is drawn. Simulus marches up to first, and it's 1 on, no outs. Connor Hellenbach coming up to the plate.
Yeah, score that double B in the book.
Hellenbach, Jr.
Pinch runner on first.
And it looks like we may have a pinch runner out there. We'll let you know who it is when we see the jersey number. Checking at first, runner back safe. It's Jack Lang once again in there to pinch run. Lang certainly has some good speed. And another checking at first, Lang slides back. Well, I think Coach Samos may be thinking that
One
you're
run might
probably
do
gonna
it.
need to manufacture a run to win this one.
Yeah.
There's a bunt pulled back, and the runner is taking off. Throw to second, and they got him.
Little delay steal.
Lang caught stealing, and yeah, that little hesitation cost him. And there's one away.
Captain Kidd behind the plate. Threw out the runner. Miles Kidd.
Leg left hand the pitch. And this is hit in the air over to right center. That'll get down. And it's going to be a long single for Hallenbeck. Well, now you got to go back and think if you didn't send the runner, you'd have 2 on, no outs. That'll bring up Nick Paharik.
He teaches U.S. history, Coach Simos, not risk assessment.
Well, of course, if the steal worked, he'd look like a genius, but
Right. You don't
gotta
get
take
in the
those-
Hall of Fame.
you certainly got to take those risks sometimes, though.
Yep.
Coach Simons knows what he's doing.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
involved.
I think so.
There's a strike.
Pull the trigger, Paharik.
1-1 the count. Slight lead off of first base. That's down low in the dirt. Runner taking off. Throw to second, and they got him. Well, Hallenbeck thought it might have got away from the catcher a little more than it did. And there's 2 outs.
Guess you don't run against the kid, right? Miles Kidd.
Well,
Captain
instead of
Kidd.
having 2 on and no outs, you have bases clear and 2 outs.
Looks like Paharic is putting on some weight in the off season. A little wider.
That's fouled away. He had a good season with the basketball team.
Yeah, I saw that. Looks like Mrs. P has been cooking up some gruel at home. Looks like he packed on about 10, 15 pounds this last year. Just like me.
Well, his is all muscle.
Yeah, I know, but
Leg lift and the pitch. And this is up the middle, glove by the second baseman, throw to first.
whoa, that was
And
close.
that was in time by a hair. 4-3 for out number 3. We'll head to the top of the 6th on HCAM. 3, 4, and 5 due up for Norwood. Kevin Broderick, Sean Demare, and Sean Quinn to face John Waters out there for his 6th inning of work. Mike Burney is loose and ready to go. He was warming up earlier. Shall Waters run into any problems?
You stole my scoop, didn't you? You just saw me ask him how he was feeling. You're
Well,
not.
typically when they go back to the bench, they're ready to
You're
go.
not a nice guy.
Now pitch outside.
3-4-5 hitter up for Norwood.
Thanks for reiterating what I just said.
I know, just in case people at home didn't hear it.
The 1-0. Outside. 2-0. Broderick 1 for 2 at the plate today. Singled and struck out.
He's got a nice swing, Broderick does. It's like a golf swing.
There's a strike.
Not to be negative or anything, he's got an uppercut swing. What'd you think of Tiger Woods' first 2 rounds at the Masters?
Well, you had a good first day. The second day was a little rough. There's a strike.
See that swing? Went
Yeah.
like a 9, like he was swinging a 9-iron. It was nice. It was good for the game.
Absolutely.
Gallery at 25 deep.
Glad to see him out there. There's strike 3.
Sit down. Take
One
a
away.
seat. Grab some pine. No swingy, no hitty.
That is the 8th strikeout for John Waters. As John Demare will step in. Down low. Demare struck out and grounded into an inning-ending double playback in the 3rd. Fouled off.
Where was Johnny Waters last year? Was he injured? He's got good stuff.
He played, I believe.
Well, you didn't call any games. That's why you didn't see.
Wind up and the pitch. Inside.
He's got really good stuff. I'm very impressed.
They used him a lot in the Hopkinton Senior Ruth title run a couple years back. There's a strike.
So, did you tell the fans that we probably won't be offering any Legion games this year?
Well, see what happens.
Unless
It doesn't
you're
look
gonna
like Ashland's going to have a team, unfortunately.
Well, what do we
Right.
do?
We'll have to wait and see.
Just pop on any old field and call a game?
Well, we'll send you far, far away.
You're right.
2-2 the count.
Send me out to Pittsfield.
Wind up and the pitch. Down low. Full count on Demare.
Waters works pretty quickly. Not like Josh Fisher quick, but pretty quick.
And this is up the right side, and that is foul.
Just foul.
The battle between the pitchers continues.
Hardest hit ball of the day was Carazza. That just turned into a single, right? No,
Yep.
you gotta.
Wind up in the pitch, and this is going to take a couple of hops up the left side, throw over, not in time. Took a couple really awkward bounces, and Damare beats it out.
Good hustle.
That'll
Good
bring
hustle.
Yeah, certainly was. That'll bring up Sean Quinn, the DH.
Gonna have a
One on, one out.
Gonna have a pinch runner for Damari. Like gone charged up ball nicely. Threw a nice seed over, but slow hit ball, nothing you could do, and that's gonna be it for Waters. And Sue Fagan of Hudson has her grandson gonna take the ball from Coach Simos.
So Mike Burney will come into the game as Waters pitches a very successful 5 1/3 of an inning. And with the pitching change, we'll step aside. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Varsity Baseball on HCAM. Pitcher set to face Sean Quinn, the DH. One on, one out.
Kind of a crafty kid. He's got a decent breaking pitch. I think a little bit of a changeup and not an overpowering fastball. Some a little bit last year.
Mike Burney in his senior year. John Waters went a very successful 5 1/3 of an inning, giving up 5 hits, no runs, striking out 8. Only gave up 1 walk and hit a batter.
Let me just state a fact here. It's a little cold.
Certainly is. Quite a difference from yesterday's weather. Checking at first, runner back safe.
Not particularly deceptive with his move to first, so get a little lead over there.
Swing and a miss.
He's always around the plate, Bernie, though. He's not going to walk a whole lot of guys.
1-1 the count. Burney working from the stretch. And another swing and a miss. 1-2.
Comes right over the top. Maybe it's tough to pick up from the hitter's point of view.
Damare taking a slight lead at first. And that's going to be strike 3. 2 away.
Runner cannot advance on a strikeout.
I'll bring up Jack Cropper. Cropper has walked and grounded out so far today. Burney taking some time to tie up his cleat.
They teach you that at Hopkinton High. Shoe tying. The first things you do as a 9th grader.
That's when you learned how to tie.
That's right.
Burney looks over at first and is set to deal. There's a strike.
Right down Broadway.
The 0-1. Fouled off.
Bernie, a little bulldog out there. Not afraid to go after the hitters. He's up 2 strikes.
The 0-2. Fouled away. Runner taking off. He'll have to retreat. Sean Steves, who's pinch running for John DeMare.
Just missed up.
Ooh. Oh,
Reach back for a little extra on that one.
yeah. Set to deliver. And there's strike three for out number three. We are heading to the bottom of the sixth. Norwood, Hopkinton, scoreless on HCAM.
Lead off the bottom of the sixth inning. You got to get something brewing here. They got Paglialuca behind him.
Lock 1 for 2 so far today. Wind up and the pitch from DeMare.
Outfield playing deep for Locke. All the way around.
Pitch was low, 1-0.
Zeros on the scoreboard.
And this is a slow roller up the middle. DeMare handles it, flip to first, not a problem.
Had a little English on that ball, but DeMare stuck the fork in the ball and flipped to first.
I'll bring up Scott Pagliuca.
Dylan Locke certainly not happy with himself there.
Pagliuca 0 for 2 today.
It's almost ready for the lights to go on. It's
Yeah, they will likely be coming on relatively soon.
getting a little
Especially
scary. You know how I do with the dark.
Line up in the pitch. And that's a ball.
Well, it's Bernie's game to close out. If Hopkinton can put a run on the board.
There's a strike. Wind up and the pitch. That was low. DeMare deals. And a called strike.
DeMare's working the inside and the outside corners of the plate. Pretty impressive. Got to give him some credit.
That's going to be inside. Leg lift and the pitch. And the walk is drawn.
Scotty Pags.
1 on, 1 out. John Waters coming up to the plate. Or actually, we're going to have Mike Burney hitting.
Yeah. DeMare's a get it, throw it type kid. He doesn't waste a lot of time.
Yeah, it's been a very efficient game between John DeMare and John Waters. A pitch down low, 1-0.
We're going to pinch runner.
We will indeed.
Albert Pujols tried to steal third in the game.
Joe Scardino going to pinch run.
Yep. He got thrown out. FYI. He's about, what, 50 years old now?
The umpire doing some work on his mask.
So what do you think about the Bruins' playoff chances? What should they do? Should they go with the rookie in the net or the other guy?
Well, they've both been playing well. We'll have to see who the hot hand is. Slight lead at first. Check in and a runner back safe.
better move over to first than he showed earlier in the game.
Coach Simos hasn't been afraid to send runners in this game.
Did a couple tossed out.
Swing and a miss.
Big rip.
Check in once again. And Scardino back safe.
Well, he didn't have two runners thrown out. He did send a runner, and then ball was hit to the first baseman for a double play.
The 1-1 pitch. There's a strike.
Bernie admired that lovely pitch.
Time called by the pitcher. Looks like they're fixing up the first base bag. Set to deliver. And just back safe.
You know, bad things can happen. You keep doing that.
Defense and pickoff attempts have been very good on both sides so far today. As that pitch outside, 2-2.
He went quick to the plate with his slide step. He's worried about Pags over there at first base.
And he's going. The throw to second. Got him. Third runner of the day caught stealing by the Hillers. 2 away.
Captain Kidd behind the plate. No flies on him.
Well, Norwood knew that they were likely going to send him, as this is driven into left field. And that is going to be a 2-out single for Bernie.
How do you like that, Grandma Bernie? Grandma Fagan, base hit for your boy.
That'll bring up Charlie Petruni.
Cool.
Petruni 0 for 2 so far today. Petruni, a sophomore. New face to this year's Hiller team. Swing and a miss. Nice breaking pitch there by Damare. And he thought about it. Holds up, throw to second. And they got him by a mile. And that will wrap up the 6th inning as the 4th Hiller of the game is caught stealing. We'll head to the top of the 7th on HCAM. Top of the 7th inning, 7, 8, and 9 due up for Norwood. Justin Skihill, the third baseman, set to step in.
I'm cold.
He's had a pretty good day at the plate. He has singled and was hit by a pitch. Also has a stolen base to his credit.
Yeah, Mike Bernie was thrown out by a mile. He even tried a swim move to get to the bag, but he was out by so much.
Line up and the pitch. Up high.
Norwood
Brando.
bench getting a little loud over there, trying to get in Mike Bernie's head.
And they have some warm-up action. And this is hit in the air over to center field. That'll drop in for a single. Lead runner on for Norwood, and that'll bring up Brian Mateer. And we're going to have a pinch hitter here.
They got to watch for the bunt now. Lights are on.
There's the lights. Owen Sheehan at the plate. And he's going to bunt. Slow roller up the middle. Throw to first. in time, but they get the job done as Ski Hill advances to second. And that will bring up Miles Kidd.
Warm-up action for the Norwood Mustangs.
That's Sean Dittmeyer getting loose. Line up in the pitch. And this is a slow roller up the left side. Could be trouble. Throw to first in time. But the lead runner, Ski Hill, advances to third.
That's the third ball Gons had a charge today. 2 he got, 1 he didn't.
That's going to bring up the lead hitter, George Tolman. Tolman 1 for 3 today. Has grounded out, struck out, and singled.
Got the leadoff hitter up.
And he gets a piece of this one, hit high in the air, left side, and it is caught. Karatza nearly lost it, but able to corral it in, and despite the scare, we remain scoreless as we head to the bottom of the 7th on HCAM. Bottom of the 7th inning, 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Hillers. Charlie Petruni to step in, followed by Joe Karatza and Andrew Gahn. And still out there on the mound, trying to go the distance, John Damare. He has pitched 6 very solid innings. And this has certainly been quite the pitcher's duel here today. The lights are on for the bottom of the 7th. That pitch is down low.
You know, Coach Simos going to reach into his bag of tricks, maybe. Drop down a bunt. Perhaps.
Fouled off. 1-1.
No sign of a bunt there, right, Tom?
Nope.
Outfield playing straight away.
And he'll get a piece of this one over to center field and caught.
No flag here, but I think the wind's playing games.
One away, that'll bring up Joe Karatza. Karatza's 1 for 2. Doubled back in the 4th.
Did he ever double? He crushed it.
And
Ouch.
he'll get tagged there.
Ooh.
Off the back. 1 out, 1 on. Andrew Gahn to the plate. Gahn 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch back in the 2nd inning.
Get a little muscle.
Karatza with a pretty significant lead off of first base. That pitch outside. And Miles Kidd behind the plate has done a great job throwing out runners.
You think?
And he is certainly going to watch the speedy Karatza very closely.
I
Checking
feel
at
a
first,
little
running
rain.
back safe.
I feel a little rain.
Yeah, some rain starting to fall. That could become an issue. Fouled away.
Ooh, big cut. Could be an issue if Gahn loses this ball. No wall out there. Hit a gap, he can run all day.
Some thunderstorms and rainstorms expected to hit the area. And he gets a piece of this one. Into left center it goes. That'll drop down. It's going to keep on rolling. Karatza flying to third base. Here he goes to home plate. And the Hillers win! An RBI triple by Andrew Gahn. A game-clinching RBI triple. And the Hillers take it 1-0.
Wow. How do you like them apples?
Unbelievable! Andrew Gahn tattoos it.
Hit a gap. That was it.
Well, you only needed one run and some good pitching and perfect defense to win this game, and the Hillers did it all, and they take what was a great pitchers duel between Norwood and Hopkinton by a final score of 1-0, and with rain starting to fall, we're going to sign off. So for John Ritz on camera, my broadcast partner Larry Sacklad, I'm Tom Nappy. The Hopkinton Hillers win it courtesy of a game-clinching hit from Andrew Gahn, 1-0. Hillers improved to 2-0 on the season. Norwood falls to 1-2. From all of us at HCAM, thank you for watching. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and have a very happy Easter weekend. Goodbye, everybody.